Hi everyone. So I just wanted to take a minute and record a tutorial for all of you that are trying to find ways to take your courses and instantly switch them into this online format. So the suggestion that I'm going to make is that everyone would use PowerPoint to turn their presentations into video files that can be uploaded on Sakai, either using the Kaltura tool that's been sent around in a few of the emails for the merge into technology. And I've got a couple of reasons that I think this is a great way to move forward. So the first is that I spent a lot of time at the NIH working with WebEx, and I know that there can be problems. And so I think that having a product that you know to be a good product is worthwhile, and that you can eliminate some of the problems that might come with using the technology. And in keeping this in mind, the problems may not only be from your end. So as students are being asked to go home and to move away from the Rutgers campus, some of those students are going to lose access to the technology resources that they rely on in computer labs and around the university. So this is a great way to give those students the opportunity for self-paced learning, and they might be able to go and work on these PowerPoint lectures and conduct learning on their own time rather than having to be at a computer for every one of their scheduled classes. And then finally, the department's been talking about increasing enrollment and things like that. And so when life gives you lemons, right, you make lemonade. And so if you record these lectures, you're going to actually have something that approximates about half of an online course moving forward. And you might be able to then release your course as an online version where you use Canvas or Sakai and allow students to take the course in a self-paced manner. And I think that there's a lot of value in that. All right, so how do we do this? That's the important part. So you're going to come into slideshow and you're going to make certain that you have all these boxes checked for the narrations, timing, and media controls, and then you're going to hit record from the beginning. And this is going to bring you to a screen that looks very much like your PowerPoint, but nothing's happening just yet. So for those of you that prefer it, you might have to make some adjustments to your slides to do this, but you can actually put yourself down in the corner. Hi, everyone. Welcome to class today. And if you're like me and you prefer not to be on camera, you can eliminate this option. When you're ready to start walking your students through the PowerPoint, you come up and you hit record. And this will give you a countdown, as you all see here. 3, 2, 1. Hi, welcome to Physio Psych. Sorry that you have to take this course online, but I'm glad you're all home safe. And once you have your animations through on that slide, or you've given your introduction, you move on to your next slide, and PowerPoint's going to record the audio in snippets, and each of them are going to be linked to the slide. The really nice thing about this is you can go through and every animation that you pass through is going to be recorded synchronous with the audio. But the other really nice thing is that sometimes we mess up. So if you put your foot in your mouth, you come over, you hit stop, and then you can play it back and say, oh, that was terrible. I really need to work on my public speaking a little bit. Why didn't somebody in graduate school teach me this? And you can come back and you can hit record again and practice it over and over again. Welcome back. We're going to talk about the different components of somatosensation, blah, blah, blah. I know that there's also some of you that the thing you're going to miss the most is going to be the whiteboard or blackboard in the room. And if you need to, there are actually some tools here. So you can come down with a pen and you can make diagrams for your students or whatever thing that you might want to do. And these will actually be recorded in Stride. So if there's something you like to diagram out, you could even include a blank slide that you're going to draw on, or you can go back and add one at any time to help the students out, and these will be saved. And of course, as you need to, you can make corrections and erasures and anything that you might need to do. So this becomes just like the classroom format, although I know drawing with a mouse is awkward. It gives you the opportunity to do that. So let's say that you mess up or you need to take a break or anything like that, you can always hit stop. And once you hit stop, you can change to new slides if you need to record only certain ones, or maybe you just need to take a break for the day, go to lunch. You can always come back to a slide and you can hit record slideshow on that and hit from current slide. It's going to bring you there. When you hit record, again, you're only recording from the slide that you're working off of. Okay? And so that's pretty much it. It's very straightforward. If you have lectures ready, then you can easily just hit record and start giving your lecture, and you'll have a natural recording of them saved in the background. And what we're going to do is we're going to convert it to a video. Okay? So to do that, we're going to come up, in case I did this a little quickly, you're going to go to File, you're going to go to Export, and you're going to go to Create a Video. And for most of you, this will probably default to this full 1080p, and that would be wonderful, but guess what? Your students are used to seeing you on a blurry projector anyway, so go to 480p. The time it takes to produce this video and save it to a file or render the video is actually a whole lot faster this way. And if you don't believe me, save your file in a few different versions and see which one you like best. In the end, you hit Create Video, and you're going to save it, and once you've hit save, it's going to render at the bottom here, and you can see I've only got a few slides with a little bit of audio here, but it's saving fairly quickly. And my estimates from last night in working on an actual video for my class is that something that's about 10 minutes seems to take a little less than a minute to save. So hopefully an hour-long lecture won't take that long. This leaves me with a couple of recommendations, though. First and foremost, if you want to do this, a good microphone is going to go a long way. And this means that, if you're hosting the Zoom or other things and paying the $15 each time, you might very quickly add up to the cost of some sort of USB microphone. So I think that there's a case to be made for spending a little bit of money to improve the audio quality. And that is definitely an important point here. The other thing is that you may want to take your lectures and break them down into smaller chunks. So if you can break things into modules where you talk about somatosensation and olfaction or operant conditioning and then personality disorders or whatever the things may be, if you can break them a 1-hour lecture or an 80-minute lecture down into a few 15 or 20-minute chunks, there's going to be quite a bit of value in that. Your students will be able to open them up and digest each of those components a little bit more easily. And of course, for you on the recording end, these files are going to render a little bit more quickly. So just some food for thought. You may want to break things down into smaller pieces. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause really quickly. This is done, and we'll come back and I'll show you what the video looks like. Okay, so we're back, and you can see that I have this video here. Stay on. I'm going to mute the audio for a second so you don't want to hear that. But everything that I did while we were conducting our recordings is going to be here. All of my mess ups and everything that happened along the path of me recording that video should be there for the students to see. And they're going to be able to listen to the audio of everything that you said along the way as well. So, everything that you just did for that lecture will be there for the students. And that's pretty much it. I hope that this helps. I'm not going to have the ability to play IT for this PowerPoint preparation for the entire department. I took a little bit of time last night and figured it out, but I am happy to answer some questions. I wouldn't be putting this out there if I wasn't. So good luck with the transition, and I hope you all fare as well as possible.